children. Today we will see the theorem of interior angles. So we will see the interior angles theorem. The name of the theorem is, these names you have to be learn, because these names are there that we have to use as a reason for solving the examples. So whenever you are learning this theorem, you learn with its a what name. So the name of this theorem is the interior angle theorem. So we will see what is the statement of the theorem at first. So the statement of the theorem is, if two parallel lines are intersected, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, okay, the interior angle angles on either side of transversal, side of transversal are supplementary. Okay, so that is the statement. I taught you that statement is there. In it, two parts are there. First part is the antecedent and second part is the consequent. Okay, so in this statement, inside the part which follows if, the part of the statement which follows if is called as a antecedent, and the statement which is after comma then is not given here. Okay, so the part which follows then is called as a what? Consequent. So we will see the first of all this part, and this part of the statement, the antecedent, this part of the statement is the given for the what? This is the given for theorem. So as per information, first of all we will draw the figure. So I am using here pen because to see it very clearly, all of you use the which pencil and the pencil for drawing the drawing this figure. So first of all I will draw here two lines which are parallel to each other. These two are the lines I drawn here, they are parallel to each other. Okay, now I will name it as a M and this is the L, and here is the transversal, that is N is the transversal. I drawn it here. This is the transversal N. Okay, and which interior angles are formed here? This is this side of the figure is AB. This side of the figure transversal, here is the transversal, and these two are the interior angles that we already studied the position of interior angles, and they are supplementary. Okay, that we have to prove. So A plus B is equal to 180, that we have to prove. That side A plus B is there, and this side we will write here C and D. The transversal right side A and B angles are there, interior angles, and transversal left side D and C are there. Okay, so first of all, as you know that theorem's first step is we have to draw the figure. Afterwards we have to write the given. So I will write given. So what is given? This part up to here, two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. So which two are the parallel lines here? L and M. So right here, line L, parallel line M. Okay, two parallel lines. So we written here two, line L and line M. Okay, these are the two parallel lines. Okay, and N is its transversal. Here they told you transversal. And line L, line N is its transversal. Okay, what we written as per statement, we written which lines are parallel to each other and which is its transversal. Okay, hence what happens, the interior angles which are formed, that we have to write here first, and then we have to show they are supplementary to each other. So hence as shown in the figure here, right, hence as shown in the figure, as shown in the figure, what happens, the angle A and B, angle A, angle B, and another angle C and C, angle D are the interior angles formed on either side of what, transversal. Okay, either side of the transversal. Okay, so in this way what we written, given we wrote. Now what we have to prove, that these interior angles are there, these interior angles sum is supplementary. Supplementary means 180. So what we have to prove, we have to prove that angle A plus B, angle A plus B is equals to 180 degree means supplementary. So interior angles on either side of transversal are supplementary. So A plus B is equal to 180, otherwise C plus D is equals to 180 degree. That we have to prove. Now we will see the proof of this theorem. So these are the steps. Whenever you are writing the theorem, first is the figure you draw. As per figure given, right? Given, then to prove, and then we have to write its a construction. If it is there, then construction at first, right? Here construction is not there, so directly I am writing the proof. And if it has a construction, what we have to do? We have to write construction, and then next point is the proofs point will come. So first of all, now we studied the Euclid's postulates. What we had studied? Euclid's postulates we have already studied. So according, three possibilities regarding to the sum of A and B. A and B's three possibilities are there. Okay, so which are these three possibilities? A plus B is less than 180, A plus B is greater than 180, or A plus B is equals to 180. Okay, so we will write here three possibilities arises. Three possibilities arises regarding to the sum of measures of angle A and angle B. And which are these three possibilities? The first possibility is that angle A plus angle B is less than 180 degree. Angle A plus angle B is equal to less than 180 degree. Second, angle A plus angle B is more than 180 degree. More than 180 degree. And third, we have angle A plus angle B is equals to 180 degree. Okay, what we have to prove? We have to prove they are supplementary. So regarding to these two things, A and B, three possibilities are there. If the sum of A plus B, it may be less than 180. Sum of A plus B, it may be more than 180, or sum of A plus B is equals to 180. So these are the three possibilities. So first of all, we will study the first, that is first condition, that is this is the condition A plus B is smaller, less than 180. So here, right, let us assume that the possibility angle first, that is angle A plus angle B is less than 180. Okay, that is true. That possibility we will take as a true. Now if it is true, if a plus b is equals to less than 180, if it is true, then see here, according to Euclid's postulate, Euclid what he said that if L and M are produced will intersect each other inside on side of a transversal, A and B are formed. Okay, if its measure A plus B, what he said that Euclid said that if A plus B is there, if its measure is less than 180, then these two lines are intersect each other on that side, means this side they intersect each other. Okay, that is the Euclid's postulate. So whatever we are saying that A plus B, okay, is what it is wrong, that we have to take. So see here, is true. Then what I told you, then according to Euclid's postulate, Euclid said that if these two angles measure is less than two right angles, you follow the page number on Euclid's page number 9. On page number 9 of your textbook, the fifth postulate is there, and what he said that Euclid said that if two interior angles form on one side of a transversal, means these two lines are there and these are the interior angles. If these two angles are there, it's a sum. What happens? It's a sum. Two lines sum if we add it, and if it is less than two right angle means how much? 90 plus 90. If it is less than 180, 90 plus 90 means 180. If it is sum is less than 180, then these lines intersect each other at this side of a what happens? They intersect each other, produced in that direction, intersect each other, means they are intersect each other on this side of a lines. Okay, so here according to Euclid postulate, he will write here the reason. Then according to Euclid's postulate, all of you study that postulate, sir, because a fifth number's postulate is there on page number 9. Euclid's photo is there, and their side this postulate is written. Okay, according to Euclid's postulate, what he said that according to Euclid's postulate, if line L and M, these are the L and M lines, if line L and line M if line M and L, these two lines are there, okay, are produced will intersect, intersect each other on the side of transversal, means this side of a transversal, okay, where A and B are formed, where angle A and angle B are formed. Okay, so from this what we are understanding that according to Euclid, what he said that, again I am repeating this statement because it is important and it is indirect proof actually. So just it is difficult to understand. So what I said that Euclid said that first possibility what we are taking, A plus B is smaller than 180. If A plus B is smaller than 180 means what? Two right angles sum, 90 plus 90 is equals to 180. So first postulate of the Euclid said that if this sum of these two interior angles form is less than the two right angles, sum of two right angles, means A plus B is equals to must be 90 plus 90 means 180, and if it is less than 190, these lines are there, they meet at each other on this side. If it is less, then what happens? I shown you at this also. They intersect each other at some interval. Okay, so these are not a parallel line. So there our assumption first is impossible. So here write, but line L and M are parallel lines given. Line L and line M, line L and line M are parallel lines. Okay, it is given here. They just told you these two are parallel lines. So if we add this and if it is become less, then they intersect each other. But in given what they give, parallel lines. So these two statements are contradictory, and so what we have to, it is given, this point is given point. So therefore write angle A plus angle B is less than 180 is impossible. Okay, now first we shown that it is impossible, and that is our first statement. Now we will see the second one. Second, what is our second? A plus B is greater than 180. So angle A, second we will solve now. That is angle A plus angle B is greater than 180 degree. Now if it is greater than 180 degree, if it is true 180 degree, then is true we have to take. How we had taken here, this is true, and we shown that it is not true, it is false, it is impossible we shown. Same way now we have to take the second statement as a true. Now if it is true, so what we have to write? Therefore angle A plus angle B is greater than 180 degree. Okay, if it is greater than 180 degree, but angle A plus D is equals to how much? This measure is equal to, these are the linear pairs of angle. So you write is greater than 180 degree, and angle A plus angle D is equals to 180 degree. These two angles are having the measure 180. So and C plus B, these two angles are also what happens? Linear pairs of angle. Here right, angle C plus angle B is equals to 180 degree. Okay, and reason behind it is that both are the linear pairs of angles in linear pair or linear pairs of angle. Linear pairs of angle. Okay, so these are the linear pairs. So these two angles sum is 180 and these two angles also sum is 180 degree. Now if we add this all, okay, angle A plus B plus C and plus D. So here I will add angle A plus angle D plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 plus 180. LHS we add and RHS also we add it here. So its answer is how much? 360 degree. Okay, now what we are saying that angle A plus angle, now we will keep these angles this side, angle C plus angle D is equals to 360, and these angles we will take this side of minus into bracket, this we will take here, angle A plus angle D. Okay, angle A plus angle D. Now what we had done, C plus D is there, its measure we find it, that is 360 minus this A plus D. Now if this measure we just already find it that angle A plus B, angle A plus angle B is greater than 180, that we already told it here, that A plus B is equals to 180 degree, then 360, what? 360, this 360 minus angle A plus angle B, what happens? It is less than 180 degree. Okay, both sum is 360. Okay, and A plus B, suppose if it is more than 180, then this side is what happens? Less than 180. What we are saying? This side is less than 180. 360 minus whatever is the measure. If we are taking, it is greater than 180, and if you take measure of this both angle is 181, then also what happens? Its answer, it is less than, means if we subtract the 360 minus 181, you will get answer here 179. It is less than 180. Okay, now it is less than 180, means that statement we follows. And again what happens if we, so what happens, C plus D, and this means what? This means C plus D. Angle C plus D is less than 180. Again same follow. C and D, what happens? They are less than 180. They intersect each other on this side of a transversal. Okay. So if in this case inside, therefore in this case line L and line M and line M, what happens? Produced will intersect each other on we will see it on next page, on the same side of transversal, on the same side of transversal. Okay, same side of transversal. The meaning of it is that if the A plus B is what I told you, if it is less than, A plus B is less than 180, they will intersect each other towards the right side of this transversal. And if C plus D, this A plus B is greater than 180, then these angles, what happens, these two sides are intersect each other towards the left side of a transversal. So what we wrote here, same side of transversal, they intersect. Side of transversal where angle C and D are formed. Angle C and angle D are formed. Okay, so first what we saw that if A plus B is less than 180, then these two transversal parallel these lines intersect towards the right side. And if A plus B is greater than 180, then these two lines are there, M and L, they intersect each other towards the left side of a transversal. Okay, now the third condition left, and which is our third statement, that is A plus B is equals to 180. Now we will think about it. Okay, so here write, therefore angle C plus angle D, this is small d, is smaller than 180 is impossible. This is also impossible. If it is possible, then they intersect each other. Okay, then that is our second statement. Now what remaining possibility? Now the remaining possibility, which is the remaining possibility, that is A plus B is equals to 180 degree. Okay, that is our remaining possibility. This we proved, this was impossible, that was impossible. Now we took the third, that is A plus B is equals to 180. We will take it as is true. Okay, now it is true from 1 and 2, because first, second, three conditions are there. Okay, first is impossible and second is also impossible. So remaining, which is that is A plus B is equal to 180, is the last possibility, and it is the true possibility. And therefore angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Similarly, angle C plus angle D is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so these two are the possibilities, means this side, one side means whichever interior angles form, they are supplementary is the step. So we have to write that this is the indirect proof. So whenever you are solving, we have to take the three conditions. Okay, one more time I will revise because it is little bit difficult for you. And so what is the statement? As per statement, if parallel lines, these two are the parallel lines, which are the interior angles form, they are supplementary, that we have to prove. So first of all, for this we have to take the three conditions, that is a plus b is smaller than 180, a plus b is greater than 180, and a plus b is equals to 180. So first possibility, if we are taking a plus b is equal to 180, then what happens, these two angles sum, if it is less than 180, then these two lines intersect towards this right side of the transversal. Now second, if we take the possibility a plus b is greater than 180, if it is greater than 180, then c plus d is less than 180, just we shown it here. Okay, c plus d is less than 180 degree, and that's why what happens, these two lines intersect each other towards the c and d. Where is the position of c and d? That side of the transversal they intersect each other. So what is the third remaining property statement possibility, that is a plus b is equal to 180, and that only left, and that's why this is only the correct one. In this way we have to show that a plus b is equal to 180 and c plus d is equal to 180. So all of you note down this theorem, and it is big one, so today we will stop here only. Tomorrow we will see the corresponding angles and alternate angles theorem. Okay, thank you.